Hey everyone, it's Dr. Anna Cabeca. We are going live today and just talking about blueberries, Georgia organic blueberries, and Julva. We're going to be talking about Julva too. And I have some fabulous news. Well, first, my co-host for today's episode, Brittany.
Hi everyone.
So we're here. Look what came in the mail today.
Beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful? I know. It's like another child, really. Look,
congratulations.
Closer. There, I know. It's so beautiful. I'm so excited. Keto-Green 16. It comes out May 5th. Bookstores. It just arrived in my warehouse today with my advanced copies. I'm so excited about this, and we've had our book giveaway contest, and it's all kinds of beautiful stuff. But look what our publisher did. Publisher is Valentine Penguin Random House, and they put in all of these beautiful color images of our recipes, all keto green, amazing recipes. They're fabulous. Look
so beautiful.
So cool.
Yes.
So we are going to make a recipe that's actually not in the book, because one of the things I talk about is being keto green 10%, 80% of the time, with 10% fasting and 10% feasting. So I am going to share a feasting recipe that I made up the other day. So blueberries are in season right now. I'm going to just share this real quick. One of the things you get right now by pre-ordering Keto-Green 16 are some pre-order bonuses, some beautiful downloads. And one of the downloads that you get is Keto-Green feast recipes. Now these are all low carb, and I made the chocolate avocado, amazing, delicious, yummy dessert. I made that Saturday in my Facebook Live with Chef Donna at Golden Isles Olive Oil Company. But amazing, beautiful recipes that you guys can see. This recipe is a feast recipe. It's higher in carbs because of the blueberries, but it's gluten-free, dairy-free, and it's going to be fabulous. So some of the ingredients, you could use pecans. Again, we're making a Georgia Blueberry Nut Cobbler feast recipe. And what else? We have pecans. You could use walnuts. So beautiful pecans. We have almonds, so just looking at what's in the cupboard, beautiful nuts, and a few dates. Now, each date is approximately 5 grams of carbs, and we're just going to use probably about 4 of these dates to hold my nut crust together. So I've got my pan here, and you're going to want to go ahead and butter that pan, and we're going to go ahead and put we're going to put these nuts. And my beautiful assistant here, Brittany, is going to put the nuts and about the same amount of walnuts, a cup of walnuts, all of them. Yep. And I'm just buttering the dish while we do this. So yeah, so it's been an exciting day. Today I was on a podcast with Dr. Josh Axe. He interviewed me for his podcast, so you definitely want to tune in with that. And while I was having my beautiful lunch, I was watching Dr. David Perlmutter's Instagram Live. And can I tell you, he has been a mentor of mine for over a decade. And, you know, it's true. I have a crush on the man, for sure, for sure. He's so brilliant. I listen to what he says. Reason I do my 4:30 lives is because Dr. Perlmutter's on at 5 on his Facebook Lives and giving us updates on coronavirus and all good stuff. Okay, so we're going to blend that up. Okay, maybe that's too much. We're going to take some of those nuts out. Let's make, that much. So, and then we want to use 4 of these, and then we're going to put some butter in there too. So, so that's it. You're going to use about a cup of pecans, a cup of almonds, about maybe we need, because this is a bit bigger, maybe about 6 dates, and then all the blueberries we can in this beautiful cobbler. And preheat the oven to 350. It's going to cook for about 35 minutes at 350 to make it perfect. Oh, it's already preheating.
Yes.
Thank you. And what we'll have to top it off later is our coconut whipped cream. Again, this is all dairy-free, gluten-free, and then we have our coconut whipped cream. That recipe is in my feast recipes. It is an essential recipe. Coconut
delicious.
whipped cream is essential. So we're going to blend that up, and I want to talk to you about Julva. Julva, the anti-aging cream for the vulva, and then we're going to get into that, you guys. This is essential, quarantine essentials, but women's essentials. Certainly after, after menopause and beyond, we really are focusing on maintaining the good health that we have and all the anatomy that God has given us. So we want to keep as healthy as possible. So I'm going to talk about this, and I actually need your feedback. So Julva users, let me know how you love Julva. So Christy asked, do I have the recipe added to see? Well, Christy, this is actually how I do recipes. I see what I have in the fridge and see what I have in the cupboard, and I start creating. But we will write this one down for you. But it's probably about all of these blueberries, this whole container of blueberries. I have no idea how much this is, but gorgeous Georgia blueberries, right? So our recipe is going to be all these blueberries, about a cup of almonds.
It was more like a half a cup of
Half a
almonds,
cup of almonds.
cup of walnuts or pecans.
And about a cup and a half of pecans. Okay, we're going to blend that up a minute. Hold on, we'll be right back. I'll start looking here. Here, I'll mute my. All right, I'm sorry for my Instagrammers that I know that was loud. But so this will make kind of a nice little, a thick congealed because of the date and the butter. So that way you can actually make a pie crust. So I'm going to put a thin layer on the bottom and then my blueberries and then add some crust in between. So this is great. I mean, just use your hand. Ooh, we can blend up some more. Can add a little more butter and another date and blend up the rest. Sometimes, if you have a blender, that can work better, a bigger blender. And so, if you ever made cheesecake crust in the past, you could just pat it down like this, and it's just like that beautiful, graham cracker cheesecake crust that you grew up with, and it's beautiful. So you pat it down, and it's delicious. So no sugar added, no sugar necessary, plenty of natural fructose, natural sugars in the blueberries. And again, these are organic blueberries. Okay, we're going to blend this up again. And then add in your blueberries. And then I'll let you pile on that stuff. Just dig in. And you can make them into little balls and kind of, crumble up top. So here is the gluten-free, dairy-free blueberry cobbler, blueberry nut cobbler, because it's made with a nut crust and just a few dates and some great butter to hold it in there. You can also add a couple slices of butter on top. That adds a nice, extra crispy, delicious taste to it. And then you'll serve it, bake it at 350 for 35 minutes. And then you will serve it with a dollop of coconut whipped cream on the side. Does that not look amazing? And it does, it tastes amazing. So a feast recipe that is dairy-free, gluten-free, and blueberries full of polyphenols, antioxidants, alkalinizers, and it's a low glycemic superfood fruit. It's one of our favorites that are allowed in our Keto-Green program, not during the Keto-Green 16 days, but yeah, there we go. I see Sherry Salata. Sherry, author of the amazing book, The Beautiful No, and an amazing woman founder, co-founder of the Dream Tribe. Ooh, we love her. Hey, Sherry, look at this. Blueberry cobbler, all with nuts. It's with pecans, almonds, a few dates to keep it together, and butter, and that's it. You can add cinnamon, sprinkle it on top, or cinnamon when you serve. And then there we go. I'm going to go put this in the oven.
So she's going to bake it at 350 degrees for about 35 minutes. And we taste tested it last night, so it was absolutely delicious.
We know that it's really good, and now that we've, and use what nuts you have. It's kind of the way you can use what nuts you have. So yesterday I did it with walnuts. Today I did it with pecans, and that's just being creative and fun in the kitchen. So that blueberry nut cobbler brings me to my next topic, which is Julva. Talk about fun and essential. This is Julva, and now you guys have known that I've been always working on creating additional support for my clients. Julva is anti-aging feminine cream for the vulva, and it helps with dryness, it helps with pleasure, it helps with those accidental urinary leaks. Honest to goodness, we have to consider our pelvic floor area as really more important. Worry about that even more importantly than we do wrinkles around our eyes, around our mouth, etc. Wrinkles down there make a difference, and we really want to maintain pelvic health for the rest of our life because it does affect the quality of our life. So Julva has been around now since 2016 and took me 3 years in the development. And we have hundreds of thousands of users and a lot of big fans. I see Sherry Sanderson said, I love Julva, it's very beneficial. And I saw Danny Williamson here said I know she's a big fan. She's there. I can't wait to get the book. And so this is really an essential. But I also want to share that always making another line for our pelvic health. And I needed your opinion. What do you guys think about a Julva professional line? I know my professional physicians out there are excited about it, but what about a name? So this is going to be a vegan formula that is more potent and contains, instead of emu oil, contains pracaxi oil from the Brazilian pracaxi tree and a few other organic essential ingredients. So it may be a more intense formula. And so I'm excited to share this. But where I was questioning is about the name. Julva Pro, Julvive, or just a different name altogether. So I know many of you guys are users of Julva and really love the product. I just want to check in and see what you think for a new name for our second line of feminine skincare, and if it should be Julva Pro or Julva something else. Now, I wanted to share this with you. We're baking our blueberry nut cobbler in the oven, and Mary Hybrink said, my blueberries are ripening now. The blackberries are full of flowers, so that will be good too. Blueberry season, then blackberry season. I love it. Yeah. And Jennifer asked, do we use Julva daily? Yes, use it daily, and a little bit goes a long way. You can apply it with your fingers or put some on toilet paper and wipe with it. You can use it prior to intercourse as part of foreplay. And you can, experience it in different ways. So Christy wrote, Julva is thumbs up. And again, this one tube is a 2-month supply. So, so it does, a little bit goes a long way, and it lasts and it works. So just really kind of trying to figure out, do we call it Julva Pro or something else? And that's my question. And how do you guys feel about this? Another feminine skincare line that's slightly different than Julva, but along the same principles. So I'd love your feedback on that, what you love about it, what you've experienced with it, and also name suggestions. Brittany, what do you think?
I do like Julva Pro. Earlier I was thinking Julva Boom, like Julva Boom.
I like that.
But I didn't like it after thinking about it. I like Julva Pro because it's enhancing it.
I like that too. Well, we'll think about that, and we'll post a picture of the blueberry cobbler later. And I want to just thank you guys for being with me here on Instagram. I'm going to turn you off there, and I'll see you soon. Put your comments, share it to story.
So Jane asked, how do you decide which Julva to use, and would you have to get the Julva Pro from a doctor?
Julva, wow. So ideally, the Julva Professional line would be probably initially from, you know, a medical provider or physician. That's the goal, a little bit more concentrated and slightly different ingredients. And that's the thing, like those of you guys that have been using Julva for a long time, what are some things that you say, okay, I wish I had something to address this, or I wish I need something to address some other aspect of your feminine health? Is there something you feel like, okay, we have this missing piece that we need? But Jane, that's a great question. It's how we decide. And one, it's preference, because this will be a more, you know, concentrated formula. It also, you know, like it is, again, like Julva, designed to work. So that's what we're trying to decipher what's going to, Mary says Julva Derm. Actually, there is a product, Juvederm. There's a product, Juvederm, injecting. That's what is so funny. I know, I wish that's a good one, Mary. I probably, Juvederm would come after me for that one, but that's great. But thinking on the skincare line as additional skincare product, you know that we use Julva for the lips, and are creating another line for our lips as well. So those are some good things. And I think it's just the challenge of addressing areas. We know we talk about health again in that area, dealing with hemorrhoids or fissures, and that's a problem for many of us. I mean, we don't want to talk about any of this, but it is important to talk about, and it's important to address, because too many of us power through it, through pain, through discomfort, through displeasure, and that's not really how we want to live out the rest of our lives. I was just with a couple the other day that are in their 70s. They've been married since they were teenagers. They fell in love as teenagers, married as young adults, and are celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. And what they said is, you know, that they're having more intimacy and better experience than they had at any other time in their life. So there's no giving up on ourselves. I think that's really critical. When we get the right care, right, that makes a big difference. And also when we recognize too, there's no giving up on ourselves, that we can't give up on ourselves. We have to continue to make our next right step and really address issues. So I often speak with clients that say that I've been to the doctor and they say, well, you know, I mean, this is the best it gets, or they only give you estrogen vaginal cream, or they don't have any, you know, good suggestions. And so it's frustrating. You think, oh my gosh, there's no answer. Generations of women have powered through this. How is that okay? And the answer is it's not okay. And there's little things that we can do to help restore pelvic health that really makes a difference. Mary said, has to be distinctive and descriptive names so people don't always ask Jane's question. Give me some more clarity. Jane's question was, how do you decide which one to use? And Mary, that's a great question. So coming up with a name, hence not my forte in coming up with naming products. I'm definitely good at creating and putting together formulas, but coming up with names, Mary, Jane, Christy, Danny, Cheryl, help me out here. So yeah, that's the question. All right, well, you guys chat in some answers and we'll post a picture to the Blueberry Cobbler a little bit later. And again, a big shout out because my book, Keto-Green 16. Oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. Look, you guys, I got it today. It has the 16-day plan written out here, beautifully to see. It has color photos of recipes in here. It has the men's chapter. It's pretty powerful. So definitely get your copy. Christy sent some hearts, and a question came in from Facebook. It's more powerful. The design is so that it's more concentrated, should be more powerful. Most of us get fabulous results, but I know some clients that have suffered from conditions or have other things like prolapse, lichen sclerosis, other vulvar issues, have certainly could benefit from an even stronger combination of ingredients. And so I played around with that. Plus, because of some consumers too wanting it to be, for my vegan customers, that they would like a vegan formula. So that was another reason to try to work on creating a second line of skincare. So Jennifer, hey Jennifer, thank you. Jennifer said, I'm going to order my copy today. Don't forget to get the bonuses, Jennifer. So be sure to go to my website and get those bonuses. So at dranna.com/Keto-Green, and you'll get those there. So yeah, so I think that's the struggle is coming up with a name and then a differentiating factor. So your opinion's important to me. I look forward to hearing back from you. Let me know what you guys think. And I appreciate it. Cheryl says, maybe Julva Plus, as it shows a distinction. I so hope my book arrives before my flight out to Colorado next week. Something to read on the plane. Safe travel, Cheryl. Yeah, Julva Plus, like Mighty Maca Plus. So that's a good, that's also consistent with the brand too. So this one I've been struggling with is number one, I've been testing it to see Julva works fabulously. It's just that there are some clients with more difficult conditions that could benefit from a stronger formulation, but that more likely has to be under physician guidance. Mary also says Julva Plus. Julva Plus. So Cheryl and Mary vote for Julva Plus versus Julva Pro, Mary. So, and then again, what would make you buy one over the other? What would convince you? And we want both, right? Sometimes you need both. A little bit stronger formula some days, and not so, like, especially too for prior to intercourse, and to have a little bit stronger formula during that, and then a maintenance formula. So that's kind of what I was thinking about in the creation of it. Another from Facebook, I like Julva Plus. Jennifer says, I have a sample of Julva but haven't used it yet. I guess I wasn't sure when to use it. Also, if you go, Brennan, if you can type in here, dranna.com/Julva trial, and you will be able to, Brittany's doing some gymnastics to get in here to type into you. So at dranna.com/Julva trial, one trial per email address. So per client, that gives you a 7-night trial of Julva. And that's where you can really try it. But you definitely want the tube as well, because this is a 60-day supply using a pea-size amount every day. And again, you can apply it with your fingers. You can put it on toilet paper, apply, just wipe with it. But a little bit goes a long way, and that's the focus. And we have over 1,000 5-star testimonials on our website. And this is a 60-day money-back guarantee. So the goal is that women experience that our bodies are so powerful that when given the right ingredients, we really do regenerate. We really do improve the quality and condition of our life. And yes, even our pelvic floor. Because as hormones decline, we get natural atrophy. Just like we need to exercise every day to keep our muscles strong, the pelvic floor muscles are really important. So with pelvic floor exercises and conditioning, nurturing, regenerative ingredients, we can see an improvement. And the way I designed Julva, so we don't have to use it vaginally to get the great results. We can use it topically. It doesn't have to go inside. And we see this improvement. Christy said it makes your pelvic floor stronger. With pelvic floor exercise, it absolutely does. And Jane said, how are you going to get doctors on board? We already have doctors that love our product, that love Julva, and we actually have Julva in over 100 clinics around the country, and recommended by doctors around the world, really big fans of Julva. And so a distinction for a physician grade formula is that it is stronger. So it needs some supervision, and it's really nice that we can get more doctors on board recommending it. But you're right, because it's just for vaginal health, the market is dominated by estrogen, but that doesn't help our entire pelvic floor, right? Clitoris to anus needs to be taken care of. And so topical use makes a difference for its sensation, for blood flow, for continence, for, comfort, all of those things. And so what we need to do is really educate physicians. And I think it comes from educating, us as consumers, educating our physicians. I know what changed my life as a physician was way back in 2000 when someone brought me a copy of Dr. Christiane Northrup's Women's Bodies, Women's Wisdom, which she is updating and re-releasing this year, right? So exciting. And that opened my mind. And then also my journey. Like, I would wish no one the experiences I've had to know what I know. But I know that I'm always looking for a solution. What's the next right step? What's the one next thing I can do better for me that can also help someone else? And so Cheryl said, would we need a prescription from our doctor then? Nope, I'm keeping it over the counter. I'm not creating a prescription formula. So I'm working to keep it over the counter. So number one, we keep the price down. That's important, that it's really trying to keep it under $100 for a 2-month supply. So where we have Julva, it's at $69.95, but on subscription at our website at dranna.com, it's 10 or 15% less and free shipping. So that's where we have thousands of subscribers for Julva. So with the Julva Professional formula, because I want, again, it's like a boosting formula, certainly like when we're thinking about vulvar rejuvenation procedures like the Mona Lisa Touch procedure or any of those, we want to increase the benefits of those results and hopefully try to avoid that to begin with. So I'm doing my best to keep it off of prescription. And Mary says, how about Julva Strong? But same thing, Mary, that question of what would make us choose one over another. And so, yeah, good questions and good thoughts. Great feedback, you guys. Well, keep answering. So definitely keep answering. Put your comments and help me figure this out as I've really worked to just create a second formula. And then there's sometimes you want, more, and sometimes you want maintenance, right? So that's where I feel like this combination would be really, really beneficial. So continue to let me know what you think. Your feedback is so valuable to me because not only do I create these products for me, but I create them for you too. So thanks for your feedback. And don't forget, pick up your copy. It's getting shipped out to you next Tuesday, May 5th, anywhere books are sold, definitely your local bookstore. Go to Amazon.com, go to BarnesandNobles.com, and please, if you can, as much as possible, support your local bookstores. Keep them available for us and our kids. So great thing. So thank you guys. I appreciate you. Mwah. Till tomorrow. Nope. Oh, Cheryl asked, can we use frozen berries for the cobbler? I think so. Give it a try. We'll take a look and see how it's doing. Enjoy. Bye, you guys.